What if I told you the Superman movie you thought you knew actually hides alternate endings, deleted scenes, and shocking details that flip some of its biggest twists upside down? With James Gunn himself hinting at devastating consequences for the Justice Gang and even Hawkgirl, the future of the DCU just got way darker. So let's break it all down. And hey, if you're brand new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the latest videos. One of the biggest reveals in this digital release comes from Krypton itself, Jor-El and Lara's backstory. Superman's heritage is put under a microscope and Lex Luthor wastes no time weaponizing it against him. Using social media, Luthor doesn't even twist the truth, he just unleashes it. His linguists decode Jor-El's original message, and instead of altering it, he releases it raw. That's the twist. The villain doesn't manipulate it. As Lex says in the film, Superman's parents already did the work for me. And what a message it is. Jor-El and Lara call humanity weak, telling Kal-El to rule as a god, rebuild Krypton, take multiple wives to spread Kryptonian bloodlines, and destroy anyone who stands in his way. Lara especially comes off as far more ruthless than past depictions, urging Kal-El to eliminate opposition without hesitation. James Gunn has confirmed this wasn't doctored. The message is authentic, but here's where things get tricky. On rewatch, the digital version lets you zoom in on details you might have missed. During Superman's final face-off with Lex, one of the monitors at Luthor Corp shows an interview with Maxwell Lord. If you pause on the news sticker, it outright suggests Luthor did doctor the message. So which is it? Gunn insists it's authentic, yet the film itself plants evidence of manipulation, and that changes everything. Because Superman's arc in the film, why it was originally titled Superman Legacy, hinges on this internal struggle. Kal-El grows up seeing himself as Earth's angel, only to discover his parents wanted him to be something closer to a demon. Parkent's powerful speech reframes it for him. It's not where you're from, but what you do with your power that defines you.
Your choices, Clark. Your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
That's why the film ends with Superman choosing to listen to the Kent's message instead of his Kryptonian parents, a statement about who he truly is. But if Luthor's translation wasn't accurate, that ending loses some of its impact. Here's where Gunn might be leaving a loophole. What if the message isn't malicious at all, just badly translated? Think about Google Translate or even YouTube's auto captions. The syntax is often off. The intent is fuzzy, so when Lara's message tells Kal to kill anyone who opposes you, maybe the closer meaning is, be careful, you're powerful and people may come after you. The tone of Jor-El and Lara's voices during the hologram does not sound cruel at all. It sounds factual, almost protective. That lines up with the first half of their message, which inspired Superman's identity in the first place. Use your gifts to help others to make Earth better. And here's the kicker. Supergirl, she speaks perfect Kryptonian. If anyone can reveal what the message truly means, it's her. My guess? The Super Family saga will revisit this, letting Kara clarify what the real intent is.
You don't turn your back on family. Even when they do.
So the question isn't just what did Krypton want Superman to be, it's who gets to decide what his legacy really means. Now let's shift gears, because the deleted content also reveals brutal consequences for the Justice Gang, especially Hawkgirl. At the end of the film, she kills Gurkos, the Boravian Prime Minister, in cold blood, right after he sneers that Superman won't kill me. Her reply? I'm not like Superman, and then splat. A shocking moment, but one that Gunn confirms will echo into future films. He said flat out, Hawkgirl's decision will have very bad consequences, not just for her, but for the Justice Gang as a whole. In fact, if you caught the news stickers in Luthor Corp's office, they already teased the fallout in Boravia. So where does this thread continue? We know Hawkgirl, Green Lantern and Maxwell Lord return in Peacemaker Season 2. Episode starting this week, by the way. But Gunn might save the full fallout for later projects. Short term, this sparks an international incident. Legally, Maxwell Lord, who funds the Justice Gang, takes the hit. Politically, it takes the Pentagon ammo. Remember earlier in the film, the government already voiced fears about metahumans, aliens and unchecked power. Rick Flag is silent, uneasy stare at the end says it all. How do we control beings who can't be controlled? This ties directly into Gunn's Gods and Monsters theme for Chapter 1. Humans fearing gods, governments plotting against heroes, and maybe even setting up the Authority, a darker, more cynical superhero team would be the government's answer to the Justice Gang. So the real question is, will Superman's allies become the world's saviors or its next threat? Finally, James Gunn's already looking ahead. The sequel, Superman 2, will be less about one hero and more about the super family. And here's the big tease, Brainiac. Gunn hasn't outright confirmed him, but all signs point toward the infamous villain showing up in the next installment. There's a mystery DCU movie scheduled for July 2027, and fans are betting that it's Superman 2, fast-tracked but possibly delayed into 2028 depending on production. In the meantime, plot threads from the Superman film will continue directly into Peacemaker Season 2. Again, episodes are dropping this week. So, do Jor-El and Lara really want Kal-El to conquer Earth? Or is it all a mistranslation designed to test Superman's identity? And how much trouble is Hawkgirl really in after that brutal ending? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.